Do you want to make your videos or even films look professional? Do you want to make your content look so good that the viewers can be inside the scenes? Do you want people that are seeing your amazing Final Cut Pro project feel the groundbreaking amazement and really feel your shows? Well, there are so many steps to make that happen, and I'll guide you to the best of my ability, and within that process, help you achieve your best ability. Well, in order for me to do that, you'd need to start somewhere, and I'm going to give you a tutorial on color grading. And if you'd like to start somewhere else, watch my other tutorials or watch someone else's tutorials. For those who like to learn from me, but my tutorials aren't enough, then please feel free to watch someone else's tutorial. Or you can wait for my upcoming videos to help you with a tutorial. So if you want to learn to color grade in Final Cut Pro, this video is for you. Now, let's get started with how to do that. Okay, first take your clips and drag them into Final Cut Pro. Click on your clip and go to this tab, aka the Colors tab. There will be 3 tabs: Color, Saturation, and Exposure. I'll go over all of these tabs in the video, but before I do, I'll explain the definitions of these words. They'll most likely be useful for you to learn all 3 of these sections. Global: all of the colors within the spectrum of the color space that you have chosen or are using. Shadows: the darker parts of the image in your video or photo. Midtones: the colors that are in between dark and light in your video or photo. Highlights: the lighter parts of your video within your project. Now, let's move on to the sections. Starting with the Color tab, you'll notice that you have 4 dots, these ones right here. These will control the tint of the video. And below the colors chart, you'll see what all of these dots represent right here, this list of things that I went over in the definitions. The dots have already been explained, so I'll not go over them again, but you can go back to the other part of the video to understand them. But if you do need help with this, please comment below and I'll try to make a video dedicated to that topic. Anyway, slide the dots to which tint you want your video to have. I want to have cooler tones within the whole color spectrum of my video, so I'll drag the dot at the bottom, which is labeled Global, to the blue, because that one controls the entire color spectrum of whatever color space your video is within, and blue represents cooler tones. Feel free to color grade with the color section however you please, but for more professional footage, I recommend that you drag your dots just a little bit so that the color grade is subtle. This recommendation goes for all of the tabs. Moving on to the Saturation tab, which is much easier to understand because I've already explained much of what to do in the last section, which most of it will apply in this section. Now, let me explain this section. This section is basically the vibrance of the colors within your color space that you're using. All of the labels and definitions of the dots are the same, and please adjust these to your preference. In my case, I'm going to do global and rise it slightly. And finally, the Exposure tab. You can kind of guess what this means by the name, but I'll explain anyway. It's how much all of the colors, the dots that we went over in the beginning, are exposed, aka the brightness of the colors, aka the dots we went over. Again, please adjust to your preference. In my case, again, I'm going to drag global, but I'm going to drag it down actually a bit. But that's the whole thing. You've officially learned color grading in Final Cut Pro. This is the final video. If you need to learn about something that I mentioned, please comment, and I'll try to make a video on that topic. But with that said, the video is coming to an end because nothing else needs to be said on this topic in the video. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!